All right. You there, sir?
I am here. Are you there?
I am here. I am there. Are you here? Very good. It's really stormy in here. I mean,
Oh,
big
wow.
time stormy. It just
I
kind of
don't hear it.
snuck in. That's a good thing. I'd rather you not hear it. Okay. So we are ready to go over here. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
Okay. One more sip. Water. Okay. Welcome to Just Curious Media. This is That's a Crime. I'm Jason Connell.
And I'm Sal Rodriguez.
All right, Sal. We are back for another crime.
Yeah, we got some traction now.
We got some traction. Quick thing before we jump into this crime.
Yeah.
On our website, Just Curious Media, tell fans of Let's Talk Cobra Kai, Let's Talk Movies, and in particular tonight, That's a Crime, what they can find. That's new.
Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, it is new. It's new to you. It's especially new to me, and it'll be new for everyone else. It's a really cool page on the Just Curious Media's site. Within each of our shows has its own dedicated page for our 5-star Apple Podcast reviews. It looks really cool, and I'm not only saying that because I'm part of the show. Really, the first time I saw it, I said this looks really nice. It does. It's a nice looking page. It's not. At first, I thought, well, but then my second thought was, well, it just seems like we're making a braggadocious page, you know. But then I realized, you know what? No, these people are being highlighted. All of our fans who took the time to leave a 5-star review are being highlighted. It's like their wall of fame.
That's it. It's the wall. So we encourage you to write a 5-star review and we will put it up there. It doesn't happen immediately. I update it every so often, but it will be on there for all to see. So yeah, I just wanted us to plug that because, you know, it's there. It looks cool. If you don't know, you wouldn't go looking for it. But there you go. Sal, have you left your 5-star review?
You know what? Am I allowed to do that? That's like a candidate voting for themselves. You know, you can do that.
Please don't. I know, but please don't.
Okay. The bald host is very sexy. Just incredible.
He's so hot. But today, beyond that little message, we are breaking down the true crime story of the student fatally shot by a woman he stopped to help in 2022. The name alone is very discouraging, Sal.
Well, it's like a game changer for people that want to help people. You know, you want to help somebody, and then you're more prone to help them if they're a woman, maybe a little more prone to help. Oh boy, look out. You know, it's like, geez, you know, there's no good deed goes unpunished, you know.
That's right. So on August 14th, 2022, University of Central Florida students, by the way, I've driven right by that campus on my travels to Florida. Didn't go to the campus, but went right by it. Students 22-year-old Adam Simjee and his girlfriend, 20-year-old Mikayla Paulus, were driving in Talladega National Forest in Alabama, road tripping, gonna go check out a beautiful park, one of America's finest, when a woman flagged them down, saying her car would not start. Now, listen, Sal, that's a very normal situation. We've all seen those people. There was a time in my life that I was that person.
Sure.
And it sucks, man. When you're stranded, pre-cell phones, or even if you have a cell phone, you got to get the, you know, this, that, and the other. One day I was in Los Angeles. I don't know if I told you the story or not. I had Brody in the car. I didn't have an SUV yet. It was my last car, I should say, pre-SUVs. In LA, I'd been there 6 months and I had a great Toyota Camry, but all of a sudden I'm on the 101, 5 o'clock, heading back into town, and it just died. And I'm in the middle lane and I'm like, and I'm still new to LA. And I thought, what do you do? I'm in this, like, everyone's, I think, all right, I'm going to put a foot out and just push and then slowly have my blinker on. And I'll be damned if this big, almost like a AAA looking vehicle doesn't come over, honks, has rubber bumper, and help push me over the side of the road. That's what they do. But it was like an angel. Like he was there in 30 seconds.
And he pushed
and I'm like, he got behind me, hit a big rubber bumper, and not like jammy, like touches you, your
Yeah.
bumper, and then just slowly push me to the side of the
Wow.
road. And if that's not enough, gave me water to put, my car had overheated. He gave me water for that. After it cooled down, he gave me water for Brody. I thought,
Wow.
what an angel, man. That guy
Wow.
came out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
I've been the stranded guy when you really
Sure.
need someone to help. And
Yeah.
I know so this, here we are, someone stranded. Here's two college kids, another a female at that, a woman on
Yeah.
the side of the road, and they want to help. And there's our setup.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been there just like you said, I've been on all sides.
Yeah.
I have been stranded. I have picked up people that needed help. I have helped that needed help.
Sure.
I have especially helped women that need help. So yeah, but unfortunately, this is kind of, like I said, kind of a deal breaker here. It's like it's kind of, you become more jaded. You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Just because they're a woman, do we assume that they're safe just because they're a woman? Should we assume they're safe just because they're a woman? Oh no.
It's not even just the woman thing. It's just, do you trust people on the side of the road? Do you want to put yourself in this unknown, situation? So this story, though, the woman in question was 20-year-old Yasmine Hider. Now, after almost an hour of trying to fix her car, with the likes of Adam and Mikayla, they got nowhere. Who knows what's happening? Out of nowhere, Hider draws a firearm on the couple and wants them to retreat into the woods. Forces them to retreat into the woods. The firearm thing, it's like, are you kidding me? We've been here for an hour by waiting, I don't know what was going on, but that is terrifying. It's not just like, oh, I'm jaded. That's terrifying. Like, wait, I'm here. I'm a good Samaritan. And now you're pulling a gun on me and my girlfriend or my boyfriend and I and forcing us into the woods. And good things aren't coming from that.
No,
From that
I would think
setup.
I'm thinking if someone's forcing me into the woods at gunpoint, I'm thinking I need to run or I need to fight because I'm probably gonna. No, meaning like I'm probably gonna die. This is life or death, right here.
Retreating to the woods is not where I'm going to take this.
No.
I'm right here. What do I have at my disposal?
Sure.
More to come on this, because this makes another turn.
Yeah.
But once in the woods, Hider asked them for their cell phones and their passwords, Sal. So they can immediately get access, write this down.
Wow.
Now, at this point in time, Simjee pulls out his own pistol.
Wow.
Which led to a deadly exchange of gunfire, during which Hider sustained several chest wounds and Simjee was shot in the back. Like, wait a second. What is happening here?
Yeah, what are the odds that he has his own gun?
I'm surprised that Simjee didn't pull this out sooner, looking for the right time. To know he's brandishing a weapon, it's like, hey, go over here. I would have looked for any moment to do that, because he's got the upper hand. Then he's got the element of surprise, and anyway, I was just shocked to learn this. And then it gets to there's not even like a standoff, or maybe there was, we don't know, but it immediately goes to this, a shootout.
Wow.
And I'm assuming it's got to be close range.
Yeah,
to some degree. Right?
Do we know if it's night? Do we know if it's day or night?
Don't know that. I was always assuming it was during the. Oh, yeah. I think I read that in one of the articles that it was definitely during. I should say light.
Okay. Okay. I mean, scary, but a little less scary than if it's night.
Exactly. Now, fortunately, Paulus wasn't injured and quickly attempted to perform CPR on her boyfriend, but Sal, unfortunately, it was too late, as Simjee was pronounced dead at the scene.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Took a shot in the back, hit some vital organs, his heart. I don't know. It's tragic. As for Hider, she survived and was taken to a nearby Birmingham hospital. And post-surgery, she was arrested. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now, anything you want to chime in on before we move on?
Uh, this hits home for me because, one time about a few years ago, Lisa and I were driving around in Sedona and we picked up, I won't say she was a hitchhiker, but she wanted a lift to her place. Her car was broken down. She gave some reason why she needed to ask us for a ride. So I said, sure. So she got in the back seat and we drove her a few miles. And then we had to go through a little dark road for a little bit because she lived on a large patch of land. Anyway, we dropped her off. Everything was fine in the end. But, Lisa reminded me, she goes, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do things like that. We don't know who this person is. We don't know what she's capable of.
Who's waiting for you on the other end?
Exactly. There could have been an ambush. Lisa was not comfortable with it. And when all was said and done, I realized, you know what? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't, because let us see if we can help you. Do you want me to call somebody for you? There are other ways maybe to help than by putting yourself in those jeopardizing situations.
Absolutely. You're right. I don't know if I would do that. I know Sophia would not be too fond of that unless you could vouch for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not interested. This particular, very tragic. I mean, here's a young man going with his girlfriend to a beautiful place and you're helping someone. Like it's all these wonderful things. And then you run into this person who has this agenda. It's very upsetting. And visually, I'm trying to like take it in, like you're asking day or night. And, it's like you're trying to place it all. As far as scenes, and I'm a movie guy, so everything's like, oh, I've seen that before. I've never seen that before. But immediately the movie Zodiac comes to mind. Incredible film, David Fincher film. But there was one particular scene, and it's different, of course, but
based on the Zodiac serial killer. Yes,
exactly. Yes. The movie's based on that. But this one particular scene is he comes across a couple. Now, again, the context is different, but I'm just thinking of how I felt watching that. He comes up, they're having a picnic, and he's kind of spying on them. And then the girl's like, well, who is that? And then he's just there. And he forces them to put on to kind of tie each other up. And he has a knife and they're just, so here, innocent people, all of a sudden he's on them and then he's like stabbing them. One of them actually lived in real life. Wow. And I tried to identify him. The female did not, but yeah, you're having a time taking in the beauty. And here's this, bad element in the world that does exist. Like that's a movie. And, although based on a real event. Yeah. And here we are, someone with an agenda. They didn't even have a broken down car. They were spotting people. They wanted their phones. Like it's poorly thought out, but it leads to bloodshed. Like, they weren't afraid to take it there, which a lot of times you think, oh, they just want some money to be on their way. Everyone's got guns. It's like, God, this really is scary.
If you rob somebody with a functioning working gun, there is an implication there. The implication is that you're willing to use it. If you rob somebody with a fake gun or the whole banana thing, it's different, right? Yeah. Then you can say, well, I didn't mean to kill anybody. And the judge says, yeah, you're right. You didn't mean to kill. But if you have a live gun, well, there's only a few things you're going to do with it.
And if Simjee didn't have a gun, and we don't know the answer to this, but would the outcome have been the same? Was Hitter's plan to get their stuff, get their phones, get their passwords and off them? Was that the plan? They could identify her. They know her license plate. It's like, you don't know. And that's really scary. So thank goodness Paulus lived and was not shot or wounded. But very, very tragic for Simjee and his family and Paulus, and their relationship. Now, according to the sheriff's office, Hider was among a group of armed and possibly, I'd say definitely, aggressive persons living off the grid in tents in the national forest.
Wow.
Which is a whole other scary thing. Here's a subset of people that are living like nomads, but then they're
it's like post-apocalyptic.
Exactly. Now, this was learned from Paulus, who informed police that another woman 36-year-old Krystal Pinkins was in the woods at the time of the shooting. Now, Sal, this is where it just gets like, wait a second. This is getting creepier and creepier. There's another being, another person. I don't know how close they are, but they take him and she takes him in the woods, and there's someone else, a counterpart. Because I guess to help two people on the side of the road's more intimidating. I don't know, but however their plan is.
Wait, but hang on. What we're saying here is that Pinkins was waiting in the woods to ambush the couple?
We don't know. Just there was another person in there, like
wow.
like a comrade to Hitter's.
Wow.
And apparently Hitter yelled for Pinkins to aid her, but instead Pinkins ran away after the gunshots and everything else went off.
That's
which
funny.
allowed Paulus to retrieve
your
her
crime
phone.
partner runs off. That
Yeah,
I
runs.
do. I find that funny.
When it got dark and shots are fired, she fled. And Paulus, thank goodness, was able to retrieve her phone and dial 911, which was either still in Hitter's possession or nearby. She's been hit. I mean, very scary. I mean, just think about that. We've seen it in movies, even the scene from Reservoir Dogs. There's the three-way shootout at the end, and they're all shooting, even hurt, you can still shoot someone. Like, how she's probably waiting, like, Hitter's down, but she's got a gun. I mean, this is like terrifying stuff.
Sure.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So in pursuit of Pinkins, a tracking team from the Alabama Department of Corrections discovered a base camp about a half mile from the gunshot site. And it was there Pinkins was discovered and ordered to the ground by police. And if that's not enough, Sal, here's another crazy detail. It was then her 5-year-old son rushed from the woods with a loaded shotgun.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Walking Dead here.
Totally. Yeah. What rules apply?
Yeah, exactly. No man's land.
So
it's like what do you call it? Mad Max, the Road Warrior.
Mad Max. So he's coming out, and I read that he kept walking towards her, and everyone's like, son, put the gun down. I mean, I'm sure that was a terrifying situation for everybody because he could really hurt
you may have to if you're a cop, you may have to shoot a 5-year-old boy.
That's where you need the rubber bullets and just hurt him. But whatever, the standoff was brief. The police were thankfully able to safely remove the child from the scene. As for Yasmine Hider and Krystal Pinkins, they are being charged with, Sal, please go ahead.
1 count of murder, 2 counts of abduction, and 2 counts of robbery. Plus, Pinkins has an additional charge of endangering the welfare of a child.
Pretty serious charges there. And I hope they go away on all of them. And
I'm also reminded of pirates.
Child.
Like these are almost like pirates, but in the woods, like forest pirates is what these people are, it seems.
Well, I mean, what life is this child going to have? Hopefully a better one now. I'm assuming he won't go into anyone's care related to them or her. I don't know, but we don't know her story. We don't know where the father is, but this is just like bizarro world. And Mikayla Paulus posted on her Facebook something, which I'll also let you, or if you wouldn't mind reading.
We're seeking an impartial jury so that we may obtain the justice we deserve for losing Adam Simjee, the finest guy in our lives. Very sad. You know what? I got to say, though, Jason, something is just, I mean, I don't want to say foul play. I don't know all the details of this, but it just seems so. What are the odds that he has a gun too? And what are the odds that they're in the same age group? They're all in their early 20s.
Yeah, I was shocked to find out that Hider was 20 years old. I first reading this, like, here's someone older, like not that she's old, but 36-year-old Pinkins. I didn't know, but go on with your.
Well, like I saw a video just the other day of a friend that set up a friend to have her house robbed, and they were supposedly friends. I don't know. We're not getting all the details here of any backstory, any potential relationship or previous encounters with anybody. but particularly because of they both happen to have guns, the victim and the assailant, and they're all kind of in the same age group. That's what kind of I'm just kind of, kind of a little antenna, a little radar going off here. So who knows? Who knows? I hope I'm wrong. I hope it was random. I hope it wasn't a case of anybody trying to set anyone else up. Then you have then 2 out of the 3 parties would be bad, basically, not just 1 out of the out of the 3. Anyway, horrible in every sense of the word. But yeah, that 5-year-old, we do have some hope that maybe the 5-year-old can be adopted by a good family and give that 5-year-old hope. Otherwise, going to wind up like its existing guardians out there in the woods being pirates.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about my radar. I just think it's a tragic act, a senseless act. And I think it's just circumstance. I mean, people carry guns for protection. And Simjee, obviously, if he was a trained shooter, and maybe he was, I don't know. I think the time to pull the gun is before I'm in the woods, or, maybe he pulled it at the right time and she was ready and there was a lot of shots fired. I mean, apparently he got a bunch of shots off and hit her, but he took the fatal blow. Yeah, it's it doesn't make me think, there's a conspiracy here. I think it's just one of these incredibly tragic tales. And I don't know what the plan was all along. I guess I'm always led to think what is the plan? To get the people in the woods, and have they been doing this successfully? Are there people missing, or is this how they just rob people and then they move the car down the road and they do it again? And it's like, I don't know. It's hard to stomach. It's again, my condolences to the Simjee family, Paulus. Who knows how serious they were? Maybe they were on their way to have a life together beyond just college relationship. But very sad. And be careful out there. Be careful out there who you help, how you help them. Like you said, you could help people in other ways. You could pull up, not next to them, but you could stop in front of a situation and call the authorities, probably keeping a safe distance from getting involved.
Sure.
So just makes you think not everyone's bad in the world, but there are bad people out there, and you've got to, protect yourself.
Yeah, because we want to help. I think your average person wants to help, but keep safe and stand guard and watch yourself.
Yep. So that covers the true crime story of the student fatally shot by a woman who stopped to help in 2022.
Rest in peace, Adam Simjee.
Absolutely, Adam Simjee. Rest in peace. And Sal, we will be back with more crimes.
I can't believe I'm saying I'm looking forward to it, because I don't look forward to more crimes, but I do look forward to
light crimes.
I look forward to our next recording for sure.
So thank you so much for listening, and please be sure to subscribe to the That's the Crime podcast and the That's a Crime YouTube live channel. You can also really help us by giving the show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts.
And for all you listeners that enjoy sharing your thoughts, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, send us a direct message, or post a comment on any That's a Crime social media platform.
We also highly recommend checking out our other podcast and visiting justcuriousmedia.com. Great job.
Thank you.